So, I got my dog with me today. This big old dork. We're gonna go run later, but right now we just went to the store and we picked up a towel for myself that's 100% cotton. And we got home. We were trying to find some like a slow feeder for him because sometimes I worry that he eats too fast. But we couldn't find one, so we'll just probably order that online. But with me, I have some honey. Now, when you order this honey, right, because this honey is like very premium, glyphosate free, raw, organic, just what you want, and it's so gosh darn good. It tastes like richness. Comes in these nice packagings too, so it doesn't get absolutely shattered on the way home. But I figured I'd take this moment and see if he actually likes honey. I've never actually tried to give him honey, so we're gonna give that a shot right now. Let's see if I can grab the mic. Oh, I probably won't be able to get it close enough to where he like he can be heard, but we're gonna give him some honey. He is a little dehydrated, so actually I'll be back with you shortly. I'm gonna get him some water. So light actually keeps reflecting from my watch, and he keeps seeing it as a little laser. You can see there. He is such a cat. He was raised with cats, so this is what he goes crazy for. This big old dork of a Doberman, and he goes crazy over a white spot. Oh, you silly boys! You got it. You got it. All done. You got it. It's gone. He's still looking for it. I know it's one of those things where I looked into it and it's not technically very good for a dog to mess with lasers and such. I guess it messes with their I don't even know. Something in the brain starts telling them that like they are incapable of capturing it, and it just is not something you want them. Like it almost lowers their confidence, I would guess. That's my guess, but I don't know all the technicality behind it. But because I got a visitor, I'm gonna have to get some extra food out. I got a couple steaks that I could thaw for him. He's gonna be going crazy over this light. So I got a bunch of chuck steaks. This is 2.5 pounds. This is quite a bit of food. My mother said that he hasn't ate much though, so we're probably gonna give that to him, let that thaw. And I'm also gonna give him half of one of my Force of Natures because it has liver. So we're gonna give him some organ. I actually have some ground up liver here too, which I probably should give him some of that. It's 3 ounces, so I don't want to give him too much liver. The package would be half an ounce. But I'm gonna give him some more liver on top of all of it. So I'm gonna let some liver thaw. I got some chuck eye steaks thawing, so he'll eat that later. Just see how much he eats. And then I also have more ground beef and more rib eyes, but we'll give him that. See how he does. He is still going crazy over these lights. Stinks. Yeah, he's a dork. He's a cat at heart. We also got some bone marrows. So we're gonna let some of these out. We're gonna put, let's see. We're gonna have this for organs. So we're gonna put, I don't know, let's say, we could give him one now. Preferably I think this one would actually be really good. This one would be good for him. So we're gonna cook this one up for him. And then we're also, oh yeah, look, now his eyes are over here. I'm gonna cook this one. This one's really thick. Gonna be a nice amount of marrow right there. Look at that. Yeah, so we haven't ate. It is 3:30. I ate some watermelon with my mom. We ran it through the juicer. We ate half a watermelon. It was a massive watermelon too. So that's all I got in my system right now. But we're gonna give him some, one of these bone marrows, let it cook for a little bit. I don't wanna cook it too much because I would worry that he might get a splinter from it. Let those bone marrows go. And then we got some meat thawing for him. And we're gonna feed him a little bit of this right now. And maybe some cheese. I am curious though if he likes honey. I've never tried to give him honey, so I'm curious if he's at all interested in it. Or if it's just whatever for him. So I know dogs have their own likings. Honey isn't necessarily needed for a dog, but it's like, I mean, why not see if he likes it? So I want to cut this open. I need to preheat the oven and get to feeding him. Okay, so I know he likes bananas. So we're gonna give a banana a try because he hasn't ate. I tried giving him banana at my parents', but he kind of wasn't for it. So I don't know what the deal was. I don't know if it was too hot, he was panting, but he was not at all interested. So let's see if now he wants some. Banana? No? No. Whole banana for me. He used to be a fan. Doesn't seem as interested. I don't know if he's full or what, but it's a whole banana for me. See if he likes honey. I always have a nice, especially lately, I've been enjoying a lot of probiotics from milk. Really been helping my digestion. So I'm gonna have some of that, see if he likes it at all. Kind of just experiment. Because I haven't tried feeding him a lot of this stuff. He's eaten raw before, and what he would eat was liver, steaks, like brisket, shoulder, all the tougher cuts. He is allergic to a lot of things, like he's allergic to poultry. We used to give him turkey neck, but I think that's actually what was causing his allergy reaction. So we just no longer give him turkey neck. I'll probably give him an egg too. All right, so let's see if he likes honey first off. He's starting to, I can tell he's hungry. But he is also antsy. This isn't a setting he's used to. So the honey is quite soft because it's warm right now. Want honey? No? No honey? No. I think he put his nose on it, but I mean, in all honesty, do I really care? No. So, I kind of figured he wouldn't like honey. It's not fond of bananas and such. So we're gonna give him an egg yolk right now and some of this ground beef. So I'm gonna pop this open. Feeding a dog is nice because we can eat it raw too, right? Like it's not really that big of a deal. But ground beef is one of those where I'm a little anxious to eat it raw because it's a bunch of parts that were kind of tossed together, so it's less likely to be as fresh in my opinion. I always worry that, and he can smell it right away too, check that out. But I always worry that the beef was sitting out, and I'm sure this company's great, very reliable, but either way, I'd rather not risk contamination like that because it's grounded up and it's a little different. But steaks, I'll cut off a piece raw if I'm hungry, like a piece of fat, and eat it just like that. Man, is it good. But ground beef a little different. But with the dog, you can just give it to him raw. That's not a big deal because they have an even better digestive system than we do. So I'm gonna give him half just to give him something in his stomach since he hasn't ate. This is an uneven half. How hungry am I? Oh man. I think I'm gonna give this chunk to him. I'm gonna have the smaller portion because I'm gonna eat a bunch of other food. Atlas. Got some food ready for you. Let me rinse my hands, get the camera in position. Got some food. You hungry? Food, time to eat. Oh yeah, you love that word. Time to eat? Time to eat, time to eat. Yeah, lick them lips. All right. So I'm gonna serve up the ground beef, leave it. It's on the plate, and then we're gonna give them an egg on top. May as well give him 2 eggs. Oh, he's allergic to chicken. Does that make him allergic to eggs? I don't know if he's able to eat eggs. Let's see. Good, leave it. Get it. Good boys. There you go. Yeah, so he never really eats ground beef. He always has steaks. He always either has them cut up or it's a whole ass piece of meat. And in this case, he's doing really well. I'm going to give him some of the liver right now, if I'm able to break some off in any way, because I know he'll eat that too. So I got a little bit of liver blood here. He just threw it all over the floor. He loves liver. He is a sucker for liver. Yeah, I've always thought if dogs have to eat in this certain way, why don't we? Like if this is what we consider a good diet, right? Like when people feed their dogs raw, they always worry. I'm gonna have to cut this up, but they always worry. They're like, I'm gonna be doing it wrong. I just don't want to do it wrong. So I'd rather just buy the kibble as is. But it's strange because I mean anything raw would be better than feeding them kibble for starters. Because they are just not meant to be eating. Oh, shoot. So this is 3.5, so I cut it a little bit shorter than in half. I'm going to give them the other piece. Look, check this out. More liver. What's more liver? There you go, buddy. That one's cold. A little frozen, but it'll do. Yeah, if this is the right way of eating, then why don't we eat like that, you know? Like, I don't mean to compare us to dogs, but in all honesty, it's like, if we know what is truly nutritious for them, good boy, that was good food. You were hungry, huh? You could probably get some rest now. Go sleep. Go sleep, get some rest, because you have done a lot. You've been out and about. You probably need some peace and quiet. But yeah, this is like truly how we should be eating because we worry so much about our dogs and how they eat. Why don't we worry about ourselves, right? Like, yeah, we should be eating more organs, more red meat. It's what we've been doing for years. So I don't understand, like nothing, surprise, surprise, nothing has changed. We're still needing the same nutrients. Like a lot of our chronic diseases now, they didn't exist back then because we just ate better. We didn't have all these terrible seed oils for us with linoleic acid and tons of like preservatives and chemicals made to trick your brain into eating more. It's not the way we should be eating. So we should all be eating more like dogs, right? So I live up to my dog's standards. He knows what's good for him. He eats what's good for him and goes about his day. I'm gonna look into eggs, see if he's actually able to eat eggs because he has so many allergies. I don't know if I don't know if I don't know if he's able to eat egg yolks because he's allergic to chicken, very allergic. So I don't know if technically an egg is I mean, it's a byproduct of chicken, but does it have the same things that would trigger that allergy? I'm gonna go find out. But yeah, I got my stove preheating. I'm gonna make my own patty, something small, and then have some kefir with some honey, have some fruit, and we'll probably be running later today. He's a little tired, so hopefully he sleeps a little bit, and then we'll hit a run later. So the bone marrow just came out. We're gonna set this camera up a funny way again. He's crying over there because he wants to lay down and hang out with me and go to bed. He's kind of a lazier dog. Oh yeah, I gotta let this chill out for a bit. So I'll get back with you here shortly. It's just a little too hot, so we're gonna let it rest so he can eat it more comfortably. All right, that bone marrow has cooled down, so we're gonna go ahead and give him one. He's never had, come Atlas. He's never had a bone marrow where it still has all the marrow inside. He usually just has it when it's just the bone. So I'm curious. I don't want him to run to my room though. Good, leave it. Get it. Good boy. He is very delicate with things. He just grabs it with his front teeth and tries to walk places. So hopefully he likes that. If not, my ass is eating it. I'm gonna close my bedroom door though, because I don't want him going in there with the marrow. Yeah. See if he indulges in that. Let him hang out. This is a new setting, so he is a little more anxious, but we're just spoiling him with food, hoping he comes around to it. Doesn't seem like he wants the marrow, but fingers crossed. If not, I'm getting extra marrow today. So he did end up wanting the bone marrow, so I just tossed it in with mine. So I get 2 bone marrows today. I drank my kefir with some honey. I had two cups worth, and then I have eaten and then 2 bananas today. Maybe 3 bananas today. And then like a third, let's say a third of a watermelon, a massive watermelon. That's what I'm at now. I'm feeling a little bit fatigued. Like my head's a little bit iffy, so I'm probably just gonna relax. I do want to run here in a little bit. I want to run ideally probably like 6 o'clock. I probably still will put on some sunscreen, but by 8 o'clock the sun goes down. So I want to be out there with a little less heat, a little less sunlight, but not too little. And I need to let my dog rest because he's been whining since he got here. He's doing the kettle noise like Dobermans do, but letting him get used to the environment. He had a little bit of food, he had some water, so he keeps going back and forth like he's anxious. So he goes to the bed, lays down, and then comes back. So I'm hoping he knocks out. Right now he is on my bed. Hopefully he knocks out, get some rest, and then head out for a run. We just finished up our run. He is out. He is winded. I mean, take a look. Alice, how are you feeling? Tell him how you're feeling. Ah, there you go. So he's definitely panting quite a bit. But I was curious, finishing up a run. I don't want to give him meat. Also, it's not fully thawed, so I figured I'd give him a snack. I've given him cheese before, but I haven't given him a bunch of these ones. So I was curious. Let's see maybe if he likes them. Maybe he doesn't. I do know he can consume dairy. That is one of the allergies he does not have. So I know luckily dairy is okay for him. But the cheeses I've given him before he would love. Atlas, come. I just don't know if he's going to eat them because he's heavily panting right now, so he's probably not even hungry. He drank some water, and he probably needs more. But I was just curious. So this one would be like the Kroos cheese. And it's more, not like a cheddar cheese. It's one of those that are commonly used in a stick. It's like those orange sticks that doesn't seem like he's interested. He's just here for the meat. Meat and meat only, huh? You're on that carnivore diet. Yeah, so he didn't eat the cheese. It's on the floor. I'll definitely be throwing that away. As for the bone marrow, I rinsed it. I was not going to let bone marrow go to waste. So I rinsed it off with some, of course, filtered water, purified, reverse osmosis water. And once I rinsed it off, I cooked it for myself because ain't no shame in it. Yeah, I'm going to snack on some cheese with the run done. How did we perform is probably what you're asking. I don't have the stats on my watch. It went off. Right now we're at 10,000 steps, which is not crazy. Like I usually get way more, but in all honesty, I'm focused more on recovery right now because I do plan on really committing to long distance runs here soon. But 10,000 as of today. Our miles was a little bit over 3. I want to say 3.25. And we got that done in 45 minutes. So he ran at a 15-minute pace. He is a lot more out of shape than when I would run with him. Of course, because he's not running as much and because he's more of an adult now and he's eating kibble now. So before he would eat raw and he was thriving, like he was young, so he was full of energy. At the time, he wasn't fully neutered, so he had even more energy. And he was eating food that actually gave his metabolism energy, like we should be eating. So with him eating kibble, I can see like he doesn't have that same drive. And he ran the 2 miles fine, don't get me wrong. He ran 2 miles straight, no problem. And then after the second mile, he really started to struggle. So I wasn't going to push him. I'm not here to be his coach. So we walked and then we'd run, and that I just go based off of him. So however he was feeling, I would run, which is nice because I feel like sometimes I overthink how I'm performing all the time, and sometimes it's just best to go nice and slow, let your heart rate be at a nice zone 1, zone 2 at most, and that way you really are able to recover and run again tomorrow. But tomorrow I do want to go for a longer distance run. I'm probably thinking an hour straight of running, see how many I can pull off with a really low heart rate. That way I can really get my heart used to running those miles. But today was chill. I'm going to snack on some cheese. And if something else happens, I'll catch with you. But as right now, I'm thinking some cheese. Probably some berries. Also, I've been consuming a lot of kefir, right? Because it's full of probiotics. And before this current time, I was really, really unhealthy again. I was getting my blood pressure high, drinking alcohol on the weekends, eating a lot of flour, and I started noticing it on my skin. I started getting a ton of acne. So I'm noticing now that I'm eating healthier foods how much my gut is wrecked. Like my barrier is not good. I definitely have some leaky gut going on, and I'm still I'm eating a ton of like dairy, cheeses, milks, butter, which I don't have butter right now, but I'm eating all this dairy to really help my gut lining, especially kefir. So I'm having a little bit more than usual, and I've noticed it is making me gassy. I'm sorry if you're eating, you might want to just pause and come back or hold off. But it was making me really gassy. I was getting like a little bit of stomach rumbling, and my stools haven't been as good as they would be before. So there's definitely some bacteria that my body's trying to work with and get used to in my gut. I'm seeing a lot better complexion on my skin already. I'm feeling a lot better. Like my gut is already I can feel it working day to day to progress. But that's my biggest priority right now is really fixate on this new identity and really really come in line with the fact that I am a lot healthier. I'm feeling a lot healthier. And it shows in multiple different ways: my sleep, my overall energy levels, my performance, brain fog, overall how I feel, like the gratitude I have day to day, the happiness, like how much, just overall a better life. And my gut is a big part of it. So I'm gonna keep working on that, start working on longer distances. Yeah, if anything happens, I'll catch up with you, but I'm gonna relax. Probably, yeah, eat some cheese, have another kefir with honey. Or I bought some maple syrup too recently, and I tried that. It's a Canadian maple syrup. I looked up online before I bought it. They say that Canadian maple syrup is actually better than Vermont maple syrup. So I just went with Canadian. I said, okay, let me try something different. I usually go with Vermont, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So enjoy a kefir, enjoy some cheese, and have some berries. That's the plan. I did eat a red plum earlier. That was good. Red plums are nice. If you haven't tried a red plum, get yourself a red plum. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna just let him relax, let the meat thaw, let myself relax, and catch up with you probably when we have our dinner. So I just ate a bunch of blackberries. Actually, not a bunch, a little handful. I was looking for the ones that were ripe, as always. I'd rather just eat fruit that's ripe because it tastes better. Right? I mean, is that not a no-brainer? Should you not just eat things that are ready to be eaten? So, next on, I ate some strawberries. Now, the problem is a lot of them were really ripe, so I ate quite a few of them. There was a few that were bad, like 3 of them that were bad, but that's all the stems of all the strawberries I ate. This thing was full, and I still have these here that I'm gonna eat because those are still really ripe. These ones, I mean, they could use a day or two, so I probably won't eat strawberries tomorrow. I'll just let them ripen up through tomorrow, eat them the day after. As you can see, like there's a little bit of a yellow. It's not like fully red, so that's when I just choose not to eat them. If they have a little bit of yellow to them, I just, like, I wait. Why not? But I'm gonna eat the rest of these strawberries. I definitely am getting tons of fiber off this. I'm probably gonna feel it. But hey, there's some good strawberries and good antioxidants, good fiber, getting some extra calories in, getting some good nutrition in, getting a nice snack in. So that's good. And yeah, I'll probably finish these strawberries. I don't think I'm gonna get into my raspberries or blueberries today because I've ate so many berries that I'm already starting to feel a little satiated. And I want to save a little bit of room for dinner because I definitely, all I ate was half-ish of a packet of meat. So I definitely need a little bit more protein today. That is one thing that I do care for, is making sure I get my meat in, because I want to make sure I get my protein in for sure. Because I'm definitely getting enough carbs in. I eat carbs based on my satiety. I definitely get enough fats in because I eat plenty of fats. Like, I don't even have to think about it, especially with the meat I eat. There's already fats in the meat. So in the process of me trying to hit my protein, I hit my fats. So that's never a problem. Same with carbs. So it's always protein. I always got to make sure to get my meat in to get my fat in, and the carbs come with it. But yeah, that's where we're at. Gonna finish up these strawberries and probably have raspberries and blueberries tomorrow. Let these batches ripen up while I eat the other batch tomorrow. And yeah, eat some meat in a little bit. I'm excited.